Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy King Killer back here today with another video. Thank you guys for dropping by. So in today's video, we're doing a Los Angeles Lakers rebuild because if y'all haven't heard, earlier today, the Lakers went ahead and made the first notable trade on the year by sending Kendrick Nunn 3 second-round picks to the Washington Wizards for this man right here, Rui Hachimura. And taking a look at his stats for the year so far, he is averaging about 13 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist on 48% from the field and 33% from deep. So not a bad pickup for the Lakers, and I definitely do think that they won this trade just because Kendrick Nunn didn't really fit onto this team just because they already had a lot of guards with Schroeder, with Reeves, with Westbrook, with Beverly. So they went ahead and they traded for something that they actually needed, which was a good either small forward or power forward, because LeBron James had been playing power forward for the longest because they just didn't have anybody good to start there. But now they went ahead and picked up Rui Hachimura, and now LeBron James can go ahead and slide down to his natural position at the small forward. And yeah, he is younger, he is better, and like I said, it's something that the Lakers actually needed. They did need a good forward, so they definitely got that in Rui Hachimura. And yeah, for the rest of the year, this is what the lineup's going to be looking like. We got Schroeder, Reeves, James, Hachimura, Davis. Off the bench, we got Westbrook, Bryant, Walker, and Beverly. Taking a look at the system proficiency for this team, it is going to be 4 stars, 7 seconds. Is anything better? No, it is not. So that's what we will be rocking with. And then taking a look at the shot tendencies for the players, Davis could go up to a little bit by to an 85. Bryant could go up to about a 60. Westbrook could go down a little bit to a 75. Hachimura could definitely go up to about a 70 because he is the star of the video. Schroeder could stay at a 65. Reeves can go up to about a 55. Walker could stay at a 70, and then Beverly could go up a little bit to a 50. So with this team, we are 22 and 25 on the year. So I'm hoping that we at least finish as the 6th seed or better, just trying to avoid that play-in tournament because I really don't like being in it. So hoping for a big year from Rui Hachimura, hoping he could average maybe between 16 points, 16 to 18 points is what I'm hoping, and hoping he does it on good efficiency. So I will definitely go ahead, and if I need to make any trades, I probably will be making a trade or two unless I think we're fine. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and simulate season number 1, and I will catch you guys at the end. Alright, so at the end of season number 1, do we get anybody on an All-NBA team? We do get LeBron on All-NBA 2nd, and then we do get Anthony Davis on All-NBA 3rd. Do we get anybody on an All-Defensive team? I doubt it. We do not. So taking a look at where we finished on the year, we ended up going 40 and 42, so we do have to go into the play-in tournament as the 9th seed. And taking a look at the player stats on the year, we had LeBron James leading the way with 26 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Davis with about 24 and 12. Rui Hachimura with about 14.5 and 5.5 boards. Was he efficient? 47% and 36% from deep. So I would definitely take that, hoping he could get better as the years go on. Westbrook with about 14 points and 6 rebounds and 7 assists. Walker with about 12 points. Bryant with about 12 and 7 off the bench. Schroeder with about 11 points. Reeves with about 10. Brown with about 7. Gabriel with about 6. And then Beverly with about 4.5 points. I knew he wasn't going to be efficient as soon as I seen that 4.5 points, as he goes 36 and 32% from deep. That's definitely not what we needed. So taking on the Phoenix Suns in the play-in tournament. I was about to say round number 1, but who did they add? Did they add anybody new? They did not. They pretty much have the same exact team. So we are going to go ahead and simulate the play-in tournament scene if we make it. And just like that, we do not, as we do lose in the first play-in game. And Davis with 27, 18. LeBron only had 14 points. Okay, that's something you don't really see every day. Rui Hachimura, 7 points, 10 rebounds, 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 3 from deep, 0 of 2 from the line. So definitely not what we wanted in year number 1, but it is okay because we will go ahead and we will be improving this team. And I kind of don't know who I want to bring in. I'm trying to think right now. I think we probably will need a better point guard because I'm not going to be bringing back Russell Westbrook as LeBron James retires. Okay, so I was not expecting that, but LeBron James retires. I kind of want to override this, but at the same time, I kind of don't. I kind of want to leave it and see how good we could be without LeBron James, building around Rui Hachimura and Anthony Davis. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to let him retire. I don't think I'm going to override the trade. Alright, so we will be making this trade as we are sending Thomas Bryant, Anthony Black, and a 2nd round pick to the Denver Nuggets for Highland and KCP. All right, so I just need a couple more roster spots. So I'm going to end up signing Malik Beasley to a 2-year deal worth about 8 mil. And then I'm probably going to want to offer, you know what, why not bring Josh Hart back on this team worth about, let's say we could get him for about 12 mil, 3-year deal. And then I'd probably want a backup center. That would probably be maybe Mo Bamba. Would Mo Bamba want to come here? We'll offer him a 2-year deal worth about 10 mil. So let's see if we can get all 3 of these guys. So we do get Josh Hart and Mo Bamba on this team. Can we get Malik Beasley? And just like that, yes, we do. So I think we are going to be ready for the next season, as we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, I would like to sign a backup point guard. And can I get Russ? Should I bring Russ back? You know, let's do it. We're going to bring Russell Westbrook back on a 1-year deal worth about 19 mil, and hopefully he accepts this. So boom, just like that, he does. So we are ready for season number 2, and I will see you guys at the rotation. All right, so real quick before the season does begin, I actually am going to see if I could try to trade Russell Westbrook, Lonnie Walker, and Austin Reeves, who came back on the qualifying offer, to the Brooklyn Nets for Ben Simmons, Edwards, and Sumners. Do they accept this trade? And they do not. What if I went ahead and I threw in a first-round pick in 2027? And boom, just like that, he accepts the trade. All right, so for season number 2, this is what the lineup's going to be looking like. We got Highlands, Beasley, Simmons, Hachimura, and Davis. Off the bench, we got Josh Hart, Mo Bamba, KCP, and Edmund Summers. And taking a look at the system proficiency for this team, it is going to be 3.5 unless anything is better. So no, we will stick with 7 seconds. And then taking a look at the shot tendencies for this team, Anthony Davis could go up all the way to a 95 because he is now the #1 guy. Simmons can go up to about a 65. Highland can stay at go up to a 75. Rui Hachimura could go all the way up to about an 80 because this is going to be his team to run as the second option. Josh Hart could go up to about a 60. Mo Bamba could go up to about a 60 as well. Malik Beasley could go up to about a 65. And then KCB can go up to about a 60, with Summers going up to about a 55. So big year for Rui Hachimura, as he is going to be the second option on this Lakers team. And I'm hoping we can finish with a 6 seed or better record. So whatever record it is, doesn't matter as long as we are the 6 seed or better. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and simulate, and I will catch you guys at the end of season number 2. Alright, so at the end of season number 2, Anthony Davis ends up winning Defensive Player of the Year. Do we get anybody on an All-NBA team? We ended up getting Davis on an All-NBA second team. And do we get anybody else? We do not. All defensive team, we do get Davis, obviously, and that is about it. Taking a look at where we finished on the year, we ended up going 51 and 31, so we are good enough for the second seed in the West, so I will definitely take that. And then taking a look at the player stats for the season, as we had Anthony Davis, I'm pretty sure leading the way, yeah, with 23 points and 12 rebounds. Rui Hachimura with about 17.5 points and 5 rebounds. Okay, so he definitely took a good step as the second option on this team, and he was really efficient, 47% from the field and 37% from deep. So I will definitely take that. And he almost is at an 80%, at 78% from the free throw line. So definitely a good and improved season from Rui Hachimura. Highland with about 17 points and 6 assists as our new starting point guard. Malik Beasley with about 12.5 points. Ben Simmons with about 12.5, with 12.7 rebounds and 7 assists, with almost 2 steals a night. Josh Hart with about 11.5, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. Mo Bamba with about 9.5 and 6 off the bench. Pope with about 8.5 points, and then Sumners with about 5.5. So definitely a good team. After LeBron ended up retiring, we did make the playoffs, and we are a second seed in the West. So I would definitely take it, facing the Dallas Mavericks in round number 1, as they added Terrence Davis to the team. Did they add anybody else? Mason Plumlee and his freedom. And that's pretty much about it. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to actually adjust the rotations real quick. Sumners could get 10 minutes. Pope can go down a little bit. Mo Bamba can go down a little bit as well. Josh Hart can go up by 1. Hachimura could go up by 1. He could go up by 1. He could go up by 1. And then Davis can go up by 2. So facing the Dallas Mavericks in round number 1, we are going to simulate because I think we should take care of them. Oh, and just like that, they almost came back. Oh my god, why did 2K do that? Yo, why does 2K do that? They had me scared. They won 3 in a row. I thought we were about to blow a 3-0 lead, but thankfully we did not. So taking a look at the box score for the first game, we ended up winning game number 1. Highland with about 17, 6, and 5. Rui Hachimura with 16 and 11. Game number 2, we ended up winning as well. Davis with 33 and 16. Beasley with 24 points. Game number 3, we ended up winning as Rui Hachimura led the way with 29 points and 5 rebounds, and Ben Simmons with 23 and 7. Game number 4, we ended up losing. Simmons with 30, Davis with 28 and 13. Game number 5, we ended up losing. Davis with about 25 and 17. Beasley with 20. Game number 6, we ended up losing. Josh Hart with 22 points, Anthony Davis with 14 and 15. And then game number 7, we won by 8 points as Davis dropped 47 and 9, and Hachimura with about 22 points. So facing the New Orleans Pelicans in round number 2, did they add anybody else? They did not. They added Jacob, they added Drummond, they added I think that's about it. But yeah, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans in round number 2. They are a 6 seed, so I want to say that we're gonna be good on this. So we are gonna simulate the round, and just like that, I probably shouldn't have done that, but we do lose in 6 games. Game number 1, we did end up winning. Beasley with 22, Simmons with 22. Game number 2, we ended up losing by 2 points. So many 2s right there, as Beasley dropped 20 and Rui Hachimura dropped 20. Game number 3, we ended up winning by 4 points. Davis with 29 and then Highland with 23. Game number 4, we ended up losing by 5. Hachimura with 22 and Highland with 16. Game number 5, we ended up losing. Davis with 26, Hachimura with 24. And then game number 6, we ended up losing, and we had Anthony Davis with 37 and Rui Hachimura with 17. So not a bad playoff run from Rui Hachimura, as he did average 17.5 points, 5.5 boards, almost a steal a night, and he was over 50% from the field and over 40% from deep. So we are gonna run one more season with this team, and I'm oh my god, if I could even talk. I'm pretty much going to run it back with the same exact team as we had, because I do think we can make a good push. We do have a good amount of like young players, people in their primes, good veterans. So I'm going to be running it back with the same exact team, and I will see you guys at the start of season number 3. All right, so for the final season, this is what the rotation is going to be looking like. We have Highland, Beasley, Simmons, Hachimura, and Davis. Off the bench, we got Hart, Alvarado, Bamba, and Christie. And I ended up bringing in Jose Alvarado just because I did want to have an upgraded point guard, so I brought him in. And then taking a look at the system proficiency for this team, is anything better than 3.5? No, it is not, so we will stay 7 seconds. And taking a look at the shot tendencies for the players, Simmons can go up to a 65, Highland could go up to about an 80, Hachimura could go up to an 80, Alvarado can go up to about a 60, Hart could go up to about a 60, Mobamba could go up to about a 60, Beasley could go up to a 65, and then Chrissy could stay at can go down a little bit to a 60. And actually, I am gonna end up lowering Alvarado to about a 55. So we ended up as the 2nd seed last year. I'm hoping we could try to be the 1 seed this year, and our team isn't really the best, but we do have a lot of players that, you know, are good overall. So I am expecting a number 1 or number 2 seed. So I'm gonna go ahead and simulate season number 3, and I will catch you guys at the end. All right, so at the end of season number 3, do we get anybody on an All-NBA team? We get Davis on an All-NBA 2nd team, and that is it. What about defensive team? We do get Davis on an all-defensive team, and we do not get anybody else. So taking a look at where we finished, we ended up going as the 6th seed. So we ended up losing about 6 more games this year than we did last year, as we go 45 and 37, like I said. But at least we did miss the play-in tournament, so I will take it. And taking a look at the player stats for the year, Anthony Davis with about 25 points and 12 rebounds. This was the Anthony Davis in New Orleans. This is Anthony Davis #1 option. Highland with about 17.5 points and 6 assists. Rui Hachimura taking a step back, only averaging 15 points this year. And yo, his efficiency dropped like crazy. From 47, he is now shooting 42, and from 37, he is now shooting 34. Even his free throw dropped too, 78 to 73. Okay, I don't know why he took such a big step back. Okay, that's kind of weird, but I don't know why. Malik Beasley with about 12.5 points. Ben Simmons with about 12.6 rebounds and 7.5 assists. Josh Hart with about 11 and 5 off the bench. Mobamba with about 9 and 5. Jose Alvarado with about 7.5 points. And then Max Christie with about 7 points. As he was really efficient shooting the ball. Okay, maybe I should have played him way more. He shot 50%, 47% from deep. I probably should have played him a lot more. But taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder in round number 1, they did add these 2 guys. They added Nicholas Claxton off the bench. Okay, So they definitely have a scary team as we will be going up against them. So let me go ahead and adjust these rotations real quick. Beasley could go down a little bit. He could get more. He could get more. Probably want to do a little bit less. Actually, he could get a little bit less. He could get more, and then he could get more. So this is probably the lineup we're going to be running. I don't really see this going too good because we didn't really do as good as I thought. So we are going to be simulating the round, and just like that, we do end up advancing. We do beat the OKC Thunder. Game number 1, we ended up winning as Highland dropped 27, Davis with 26. Game number 2, we ended up winning by 5, Highland with 29 and Davis with 26 and 18. Game number 3, we ended up winning as Highland dropped 26 and Davis with 25. And then game number 4, we ended up losing Davis and Highland with 27 and 25. Game number 5, we ended up winning as Shea dropped 45 points, but it wasn't enough as Rui Hachimura drops 33 points and 5 rebounds and Davis with 29 and 14. Okay, that's what I like to see. This is the Hachimura that we need to see often. Going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves in round number 2. Honestly, I would have liked to bring back D'Lo to LA for this rebound. I probably should have. That would have been a pretty fun trade, or Lonzo Ball. But taking a look at their team, they added OG Anunoby, so their defense just got scarier. Alex Burks, Aaron Naismith. Okay, they definitely did add a bunch of good players. So simulating round number 2, and boom, just like that, we are in the Western Conference Finals as we do sweep the Timberwolves. In game number 1, we do end up winning, Davis with 33 and 14 and Simmons with 25. Game number 2, Davis with 22 and 16, Alvarado with 17. Game number 3, we ended up winning, Davis with 36 and 8 and then Highland with 21. And then game number 4, Davis with 25 and 15 and Highland with 22, 5 and 5. And yeah, taking on the Memphis Grizzlies, they added Tobias Harris, they added Ivan Zubac. They still have the same, pretty much the same exact team other than that. Oh, they did add Kevin Love, so Kevin Love eventually does go to Memphis because he was drafted by Memphis but was traded on draft night. So taking on the Memphis Grizzlies in the final Western Conference Finals. I'm gonna go ahead and close my eyes and simulate the round. Are we in the NBA Finals? In 3, 2, 1. And no, we ended up losing in 6 games to the Memphis Grizzlies. Game number 1, Davis dropped 26 and Beasley with 23 as we do end up winning. Game number 2, we ended up losing as Hachimura dropped 23 and Simmons with 22, 9 and 9. Game number 3, we did end up winning as Highland dropped 25 and Davis with 23 and Hachimura with 22 and Ben Simmons with 20. So 4 players above 20. And then game number 4, we ended up losing, Hachimura with 26, Davis and Highland with 21. Game number 5, we did lose by 3 points as Davis dropped 32 and Highland with 29. And then game number 6, we did end up choking in the 4th quarter as we lost by 4. Davis with 28 and then Rui Hachimura with 24. And taking a look at what he averaged in the playoffs, he did step it up, averaging about 18 points, 5 boards, 1.5 assists, and almost a steal a night. 50%, 46%, and 68% from the free throw line. Definitely improved his shooting, except from the free throw line, but yeah, we weren't able to win it this year, so kind of bummed out about that. But definitely I will have other chances when a lot of other trades happen in the year. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to go ahead and drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if y'all haven't already, because like I said, I will be pushing out a lot of content with the trade deadline being around the corner. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Peace.